Good evening, ladies. I almost said good afternoon. Good evening, everybody, from wherever you're watching us from. This is Hadithi Zetu, and my name is Dante with a H at the end. I am here to represent the Mwangis, or you can just call us the Who's and Who's. And we are the Who's and Who's. Yes, that's correct. Um, the Who's and Who. Yeah, the Who's and Who. And I'm excited that you are here with us. Remember, if you're joining us for the first time, always go to the, or you can go to the subscription, and especially on YouTube, you can go to the subscription button and click up or subscribe to this content, subscribe to this channel, and give us a thumbs up. Also, if you're watching us on Facebook and you are here for the first time, or you've never subscribed or you've never liked this page, you just enjoy the content, you can go ahead and like this page. All right, like this page and like this content. By liking this page, basically you're liking this content, but also you are supporting this ministry. All right, now if you like it, they say you can go ahead and share it. And now that sharing is caring, you have done us so much joy by just sharing this content with your friends or with your community. Wadau watu wangu, today or tonight we will be having an amazing time of just my story. We are talking about an interview or our guests all the way from Uganda. Now tonight we have gone, let me read this comment here. So the who is who. But yes, tonight our guests are coming all the way from Uganda, the Pearl of, and I am excited that we will be hosting friends from Uganda. I mean, hadithi zetu manze is crossing borders, yani. And so we are excited. Unfortunately, they are not here yet, and I can't see them backstage, but we're gonna continue until they are here. Sometimes ni poa tu kupiga mastori sisi kwa sisi and just enjoy the flow. God wakana plan zake, and I am learning to flow vile angependa. If this is his plan, our guest will be here, but kama God anataka tupige story vile tuko, it is still fine. Today's topic is very important. Today's conversation is very key. And when our guests get here, we're going to be talking about that exactly. But the question we are asking, or the question many young people have been asking themselves is, how do I know the right person for me? How can I tell that this is the right person for me? If you are watching us, you can comment and let's share. Let me hear what you have. Let me hear what you think. But yeah, this is Hadithi Zetu, and we are here to let you know that we love you so much. And by commenting, you are loving us back. All right? Inakani kama na wakatia mcomment, eh? It is okay. It is good. It is good. Go ahead and comment and let us know what you think about our topic for tonight. How do you know she or he is the one? Or how did you know she or he was the one if you are married? Married people, asanteni sana, I can see you. Single people, asanteni sana, I got you. And tonight is gonna be amazing. And I feel amazing already. Whether niko na guest ama bila guest, I feel amazing already. Now, guys, Hadithi Zetu exists to tell God's good stories. Every story by God is good, and that is why we exist, to tell all these stories. So ideally, kuna vile we will never exhaust all God's stories. But now that we are alive, or for the time that we are alive, we want to tell those stories. Okay? So your story is a God story. We would like to host you. We would like to host you. In the month of April, we are introducing a very interesting topic. We will be talking about something that is very amazing. I will be talking about it towards the end of this show tonight, but stay tuned because, oh, did I see? Okay, not them. I thought I saw them at the backstage. Yeah, but stay to the end because we have something amazing for you. And April is coming. Let's see how this goes. Now, one of the many questions that single people ask is, how do I know this person is the right bit if you are not dating, maybe the question you're asking yourself is, maybe I am just tired of dating. I am tired of this place I am at. I have dated other people before, and I feel like it's almost becoming difficult to settle on someone that is right for me because we keep breaking up. But we normally say at Haridizetu that many marriages break or die even before they start, and you may have left somebody, your right person or your match, because of a disagreement or because of something that could have been avoided. Now, how do we move from making those mistakes, or how do we know that this is not worth leaving somebody for? This I am going to forgive, this I am going to ignore, this I will not forgive, and I am moving out. How do you go about all that? So if you're watching us and you're married, you overcome all these, your comment here will be very important, and I'll be sampling those in a bit. But yeah, there's nothing as beautiful as finding somebody who is fit for you, your best friend. And somebody said that the best thing that can happen to anyone is, having an opportunity to marry your best friend. So if you are here with us and you're married and you married your best friend, we would like to hear from you. But if you're a single person here, go ahead and ask those questions. Ask us those questions, and we'll be willing to get back to you and just see how this goes. All right. As we wait to hear what that is, somebody here, I had a challenge earlier talking about the who's and who. Yes, I keep getting that wrong all the time. Actually, it's my wife who, oh yeah, and she said hi. She'll be joining us later, maybe. But she said hi. Yeah, I keep getting that thing wrong, the who's and who. It's actually the who's and who. All right. Well, that means, let me show you how it's written. Ndio usiseme oh, unajua kuna ile who's and who's ingine. So this basically means mine, all right? The who's and who. So this means I am my wife's and I am. And my wife is mine and she is the who's and who. So if she was here, this is how we do it. But anyway, story of another day. Yeah. So let me go straight into what I think we can be talking about, even as we wait for those comments to come on the comment segment. But in the meantime, I'm gonna be sampling something here that I thought would be helpful for the single people. Yeah, so this is someone wrote an article about things they wish they knew before they got married. Okay, and I thought that this is important. It is important that you know some of these things. So ideally, these are things that we think you should know before you got married. This is a developing conversation. I mean, this is not the first time we are doing this. We've done this before, and we can't exhaust all these things because we feel like the young people are stuck at that point where you don't know what you're missing, and you don't know what you're missing because you've never been there. So marriage almost appears like a step to take. But I think the word is not even risky. The word is it's a faith move. All right. So you have to, talk to God a lot about this. And so if you don't have a conversation with God about marriage or the relationship that you're in, you better start having those conversations right now. If you don't involve God as early as now, be difficult for you to introduce him later in the story. Okay, I think the best story ever written was written by God himself. All the stories that we read in the Bible were written by God himself through other people. So he desires to write your story, or he desires to write a beautiful story that somebody else could be, inspired by through you. So allow him to do that by involving him in your story as early as now. All right. Yeah. So if you are married or if you are dating already, maybe you had a fight yesterday, or you've been having issues here and there, and you at that point where you're questioning yourself or questioning your relationship or questioning your guts and asking yourself, so is this it? Is this her? Is she the right person? Is it the right one for me? And this is a question that you're going to be asking yourself for a long time. But it's not about you knowing whether this is the right person or not the right person. The first thing that you need to do is ask yourself, am I happy? And don't judge by the event that you are in right now. No. Go beyond the event right now. Go beyond the incident. Go beyond the anger that you are feeling and ask yourself, generally, do I feel happy here? And if you can answer that question, with a thumbs up, like, yeah, I feel happy here, think that's it for you. That's a good place to start. We can work with that. Now, if you don't feel happy, well, that's a red flag. All right. That's a red flag. Maybe it's time for you to bounce. But you might want to know. So if I go, where am I going and how is my next one going to be? And if you don't evaluate yourself, then it becomes difficult for you even to move into something new already. Now, why evaluation is important is because it is the only way to grow. Growth happens at evaluation, okay, or reflection. So if you don't sit back to evaluate or reflect on some of the things that you're going through or your past, your story, it can be really difficult for you to grow. All of us desire to grow. Now we must embrace reflections and evaluations. After a relationship, before you go into another one, first sit down with yourself, take a meeting, and evaluate. What went wrong? What are some of the voices that you're hearing? What are some of those things that could change this story? Sometimes we know we can see ourselves going down, but we keep going. Maybe choices we make, yeah, but that can be avoided by in your next relationship if you are aware of them. Yeah, so that is one of the things that I thought it is good for you to be on the lookout. So don't judge by how you're feeling right now. Don't sacrifice, a marriage because you're not in good terms right now. No, you can do that. I said here last time that kidonda ya elastoplast hahitaji mbio ya ambulance. Unacheki. So there are times that you might need to evaluate the event, evaluate the incident, and ask yourself, hii inahitaji kubounce ama hii ni zile navumilia nasema sawa, this is a good opportunity for me to grow. Let's keep the conversations coming in the comment segment down below. Sijawasahau, I know you're there, I know you're watching. Now comment, let me know what you think. Okay, if you have anything, maybe you'd like to be part of this show, you can write to us at hadithi.zetumob@gmail.com. Yeah, gmail.com. Sawa, all right. Yeah. So this is a good one. This is a good conversation. And I would like us to continue with this conversation. So please write to us. Okay. All right. So the other thing that you also need to be on the lookout for is so you are getting into marriage, or I believe that all relationships, I mean, if you're in a relationship for fun, something to change in that relationship. Okay. So it needs to be deeper than just for fun. Okay. And these are some of the things that we need to consider: goals, visions, ambitions, desires. If you've not been able to talk about some of these things, then you might need to start right now. Okay. Start tonight. If this person is far from you, just write to them and let them know that you would like to have a conversation around your vision, your goals, and all those things. Because before you get married, you need to be on the same page about let's just maintain goals. You need to be on the same page about your goals, or at least understand how your spouse approaches them. Sawa sawa. Yeah. My wife and I had to sit down and ask ourselves, so what matters to you? Where do you want to be? What do you see? And at least we agreed on that. So if you don't agree on that, inaweza kuwa issue sana, inaweza kuwa hard sana. You might never agree because this is what is core to you. Okay, so you need to agree even before you continue further with this relationship. All right. you need to also know that if you're not living together or you've never lived together, after marriage, there will be quite some stretch adjusting. Now, this is to people who are planning to get married soon. I have a friend of mine who is planning to get married in July, another one in June. I have been invited to be an MC at a wedding in May. So all these guys are guys who've decided, you know what, we're not turning back. I think we are going for it. Now, as you prepare to get into marriage, remember, you've not been living together with this person. You don't know this person. And even if you've been living together with this person, I mean, there are things that can only be discovered at marriage. Okay. So it is important to understand that after marriage, there will be some time of adjustment. Now, when you get there, please be patient with yourself and be patient with your spouse. Sawa sawa. Yeah. You don't know this person. This person has been, has developed habits over years. For many years, they've been like this. So there's a desire sometimes to want to see them change, but on the end, there's also a desire to want to see yourself change. Be kind to yourself. Relax. Be patient. Allow natural growth to happen. So you will need to allow yourself that adjustment time. Okay. Yeah. That is and especially for people who've never lived together, like you just started dating and yeah. So adjusting is real. I want to pick a comment here from this gentleman here, Alvin Matovu says, people have said when they meet the right one, they feel something like a signal deep down. How true is that? Now, let me shock you, Alvin. When I met my wife, I can't say there was like, this huge feeling. I had met many girls and I had felt the same. Okay. But there was something special about her that I wanted to pursue. And for her, it was, the calmness. And that is what I enjoyed. So I didn't feel paragasha, ukondani. I didn't see like, these things that people we see in movies and all these things. And after hanging out with men a bit longer, I am hearing many men say that, yeah, for my wife too, I didn't feel anything. There wasn't like vitima. It was just a normal feeling, and I just liked this person. So, kawaida like, eh? So you might never feel that special feeling, and because sometimes you can wait for that feeling for a very long time and still never feel it. So the thing, or what we do, we tell people, if you found somebody who you feel connected or attracted to, go ahead. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and pursue that person. Okay, you might be looking at your future husband or wife. Sawa sawa. So I will be sharing in a bit what worked or what happened for me, and some of the things that I used to, measure or used to find the right person for me. So stay till the end, okay? But I am coming to you. I am coming to you. But yes, that's what people say. People say that you can feel like a signal deep down. Some people tell me I felt nothing. At the end of the day, whether you feel like a signal or a special touch or a special feel or you don't, one of the things that you have to do is that you have to make a choice to love this person. Okay? Whether you feel something or feel nothing, you will have to make a choice to love this person. Yeah. You will have to make a choice to love this person. Because I have seen many people waste that opportunity. And it's true. I have seen people who have felt the signal. I have seen people who have felt, paragasha in there. Unfortunately, they never do anything about it, and it just dies. It dies. If you don't work for it, or if you don't work on it, actually, the word is work on it, it will die. So you will have to do something about it. Sawa sawa. Somebody told me today that The miracles Jesus performed, in almost all of them, there was something that one needed to do. There was something, there was an action point. So for the water to turn to wine, these guys had to take a step, move from where they are seated, go take the jars, go to the river, and actually fetch water. You have to believe in the miracle even before it starts. Okay? Now, for you, you have found somebody, and they speak like the Messiah, like you can hear them tell you, promise you beautiful things and all these things. Now, for that thing to happen, for that relationship to start, one of you or both of you will have to make a step. No relationship starts in the air. We say that love is in the air, but no relationship will start in the air. Lazima turudi kwa ground nyingine. Sawa sawa. Lazima tukatiane. So don't wait until you feel that something special. And go ahead, and if you like somebody, if you feel connected towards somebody, maybe this is it, that connection. And it can never be like the other person's. So every connection and every feeling is unique for different stories. So go for it. If you feel like, I think I have found a friend in this person, go for it. Go for it. And if you feel like there's a potential that this person can be a wife, or we can go this relationship to become like a friendship. Okay, kuna level fulani ya kuzoeana that is not very beautiful, and especially when you want to start something long term. Let me answer a question here. Somebody is asking, Jambo, but where are the Sekamwas? Yes, I am also waiting for them. Ukiwaona waambie na watafuta. Yes, to the people who are joining us right now, my guests are not here yet, and we are hoping that they get to make it to the show. But we will still go on. All right, I was trying to check whether they have responded to my post or my question or my message, but they are not here yet. If we can have them tonight, it is fine. We're gonna be having them later. It is still fine. I know sometimes these things can be tricky. I know they love to be here. I know they would love to be here. We've been talking all day, but sometimes traffic jam. Uganda has crazy traffic jam, guys. Uganda has crazy traffic. Uganda is crazy. Yeah, so I am not even mad. I am just happy that we got here fast. But I am just tender towards them wherever they are, maybe trying to cruise through traffic, maybe at our corner pressure, wherever they are. Let's pray for them, and let's pray that they are not harassed. Okay? Yep. All right. Alvin, I hope that question is answered. Anita, Tumusime. I hope Anita, that name sounds you confirm to us. Are you Ugandan? Are you from Kampala? I have a feeling Anita is from Kampala. All right, the other thing that I want us to talk about is this is what you need to know if you're planning to get married. Managing a household together takes a lot of time and energy. If you're not committed, or if your commitment is shaky, you will strain. Yes, my guests are backstage. Oh my gosh, my guests are backstage, guys. Yo, this is crazy. Anita, thank you for being. Anita was so concerned. They will be here in a bit, but yeah, Sekamwas, please, get yourself a soft drink, cold, relax. It's okay. I am glad that you could make it backstage. I will be putting you up here once you're ready. So let me know when you're ready. But I'm excited that you could make it here. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, let me read a comment here. Someone says, Beatrice Mawemuko says, I need to know how to read these names, guys. But she says, Sekamwas, we are waiting. I feel like I'm hosting Beyonce. I feel like I'm hosting Michael Jackson. You know, like how when people knew that Michael was on his way, they would actually get there before Michael, and people would start shouting, Michael, Michael. This is how I feel right now. Like, yo, someone should vie for a political seat somewhere. I don't quote me. I just think people are famous here. Now, the other thing I want us to talk about, even as they get ready, is I talked about, I mentioned that managing a household, and especially for guys who are planning to get married soon, managing a household takes quite a bit of time and energy. Okay. So your commitment will be tested. Be ready. All right. Your commitment will be tested. Be ready. Be ready. I can't overemphasize that. But somehow there is grace. So this is not to scare you. There is grace, and grace is sufficient. Let me pick another one from you. My Ugandan brothers and sisters are commenting like crazy, and I'm excited, man. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Sekamwa. It is me, Melissa. I'm eager to hear from you here in Nairobi. Oh, all right. Beatrice also says, Hadithi, kindly reintroduce yourself again, if you don't mind. I am here for the first time. Oh, yo. Here also we have first timers here. Ladies and gentlemen, I like introduce. I'm an MC, so introductions are big. And this is the only opportunity I get to brag about who I am. The rest of the time, I'll be talking about my guests. So let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of God, welcome to another episode of Hadithi Zetu. Hadithi Zetu is Swahili for our stories. And one of the things that we have realized as a couple, my wife and I, is that God has not given us life to just go through it. He has given us life to grow through it. All right. So we are not here rehearsing to die. Okay. There's a reason why we are here. And we want to tell those stories why we are alive. And these are not just our stories. These are your stories, because your story is not just a story. It's a God story. When it's a God story, it's a good story. And this show, this channel exists to tell those stories. So yeah, Hadith is there to exist to tell God's good stories. And that is why we are here with the Sekamwas. Ladies and gentlemen, that's who we are. What? I like such questions. So keep asking questions at your service. Okay. So Beatrice Mawemuko, I hope that is sufficient. But let me know if that suffices. All right. So let me read another one. There's a comment here. Yeah, my guests are backstage, but people are asking, sis, when are you coming on stage? Hey, when are you coming on stage? Washans. This is crazy. Yeah, Beatrice, welcome. Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, without much ado, put your hands together and allow me to introduce our guest for the first time from Uganda, Kampala. Put your hands together for Robert and Peace, aka the Sekamwas.
Hello, Dante. How are you?
I am good, my friend. I am friend, my good. Ay.
But Dante, up to now, English is still a problem.
Sorry?
Up to now, English is still a problem.
English came with a boat, so we are also learning. It's our first language, Sebo. I am
Or
trying
should we
to
say,
speak all my everything I
or
know
should we
about
say
Uganda.
Jebale Kosebo?
Sorry?
We should say Jebale Kosebo.
Hey, Jebali Sebu, Jebali Kosebu. I am excited to host you. Let me try something here. Webali Sebo,
Kale Sebo, nawe webale.
Jebali Sebo. Oli mulungi.
Tuli bulungi Sebo, mpozzi nkweyo.
Oh, I am good, peace. This is good. This is
So,
good. Now,
so apologies. We are just from church. We are in a time of prayer and fasting at church. So we had an evening altar. So when we came back, electricity was off. Internet was funny, but we thank God that we are here.
awesome, awesome, awesome. Wow, welcome, welcome, welcome. We've been waiting for you. We cannot
Thank you.
complain. At least you made it here. Your friends, Kampala is here. I like this a lot. I like this a lot. The whole nation is in this show, man. And people are saying, so do we ask questions right now or do we wait for our guests? Your guests are here, so you can go ahead and ask questions. Beatrice is making some noise here. You're so much welcome. That's allowed in this show. Alvin Matovu is also making some noise. Yeah, you can go ahead and make some noise. But this one got me. Kawuma Nicholas. I need to know what this Washans is. I just want to know what Washans is right now.
Those are tongues, my brother. Those are tongues. You need to be in the spirit. I can help you translate those. I can help you interpret those.
You can help me interpret those.
Yeah.
You're right. It's okay. It's okay. You guys are looking beautiful and amazing. How are you?
I think my you see right here is Robert, and this is my glory.
Hi, people.
Yeah, so she'll explain how we are. How we are.
We're very good.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're very good.
Awesome.
If she says we're good,
my
then
Kenyan
we're good.
friends would like to hear your names. My Kenyan friends would like to hear your names and where you are at right now. So if you could just go ahead and tell us who you a little bit about yourself and where you are right now. People are here saying, "Oh, it's a scam," or "You are lying to us." These guys are just here in Nairobi. Talk to us.
So my name is Robert Sekamwas Nathaniel. I'm a full-time Christian and a part-time Ugandan. I live in Kampala, Uganda. I live in Kampala, Uganda. So according to my VPN, I think I'm in Germany. So, but physically, I'm in Uganda, and we are home now. So yeah, this is my beautiful wife. You can introduce yourself.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. I know apologies have already reached. We came in late, but yeah, we're here finally. My name is Peace Dorcas Sekamwas is my other name. We're right now in Kampala, by the way. We're here to be specific. We're not in Nairobi. But thank you all for tuning in, those who are tuning in from wherever you are. We believe we're going to have a great time while here. Yeah.
Wow. Where again in Kampala? I didn't get that.
Bweyogere, Ginger Road.
Just after Chadondo, then you continue. You remember Chadondo? So just after Chadondo, along Ginger Road. When you're going to Kenya, I think you pass that place.
Yeah.
Wow. You just reminded me, Chadondo, and we can't talk about that right now because this show has to come to an end. And we don't want to talk about that all night, but Chadondo is big. I want to go there and have pork again. All right. Awesome. Man, wow. So all the Ugandans here, just know that I have been to Chadondo, at least. Yeah, I know beautiful places exist. I know beautiful places, all beautiful places are actually in Kampala. So, yeah, I think I now need a glass of water and some juice from you guys. Just say a beautiful thing about Uganda. Please do something or send me M-Pesa. Uh, Now, guys, in this show, we play games. Before we get into the stories, we play games, okay? So I hope you are ready. Now, the question I normally ask, and many men go wrong, is who would like to go first? It's not a trick question. It's very easy. Who would like to go first?
She usually
Right.
goes
Peace,
first.
you've been nominated. Peace, you've been nominated. Now, the trick about this question is whichever direction, the man is equally involved. So, Robert, you're not lucky.
Exactly. Thank
You
you.
are not lucky. You are not lucky. I am now.
Okay.
All right. Now let's get to the game time. So the question I have here is, or the game I have here is a very easy one. And we are doing this so that at least you can cool down and relax. I will come back to your comments, guys, in a bit. But let's first find out who these guys really are. Now, the first game is called Match. No, it's actually called, let me get it. It's actually called Game or Lame, right? And Game or Lame is a very simple activity. Oh, now, Peace. I'm going to paint a picture here for this brother, and he is supposed to complete, you know, those compositions in high school or in school where you were supposed, the teacher sort of introduces for you and then you're supposed to finish. And yeah, so the idea here is I'll, paint a picture, I'll give a scenario, and he's supposed to complete this. Now that's how you get to participate in this game. So that's how you play for you. That's how you get to be part of this activity. But ideally, it's all his. Now, it is very simple, Robert. Robert, you are in a shop, okay? And your phone has ran out of charge. There is only one socket, or you are in a hall. Your phone has run out of charge. There is only one socket in this place where you can charge your phone. Unfortunately, there is a chair next to it. Actually, there is a chair in front of it. The socket is behind that chair. And on that chair, there is a girl seated, and she has her headphones on. This lady will later become your wife, and she's there seated with you. This is actually Peace. What are you going to tell her?
Oh, okay.
Take it up.
Okay. I'll tap her. And I'm like, hello, excuse me. She's like, she'll of course remove her headphones to hear what I'm saying. I'm like, you know what? I was just sitting over there and observing you and looking how amazing you looked while you were shaking that hand, enjoying the music. I really just want to join you in enjoying this music. Unfortunately, my phone is dead, so I would love to hear what you're hearing, but my phone is dead and the socket is just right there. So if you do not mind, I would love to plug in my phone so that we could enjoy this beautiful music together.
Oh, that's amazing. Now, Peace, this is how you participate. if you feel like his lights are dim, like they are on point, you give him, you do like this, your right hand, you do it like this, all right? But you feel like, if you feel like you are his lines are lame, you do like, okay?
If you
So,
feel his game is good, you do like this. If
Okay.
his game is weak, you do like this.
yes, if you
Right
feel
now?
like, so, yeah, right now, go ahead.
This is my right hand.
So you mean his lines are game?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right, bro. You are lucky. You win.
Yeah.
Now the next activity is to piece. Piece. Now this one you get to participate 100%. You have 3 words right there. Much, much, much. We need you to make or construct a sentence using those 3 words, and the sentence is supposed to be directed to Robert. So tell Robert something.
Should I follow the order?
Not really. No. Just have fun.
Oh.
Do it your own way.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. In this very month of March,
Uh-huh.
I loved so much how we marched while going to church.
Where was church coming in with this thing? Christian girls with churching everything.
Okay, how we marched while going to church.
Yes, now you're talking. Everything is church.
All right, guys. I am excited to be having you, but I want you to meet somebody. Oh, on the comment segment, let me know what you think about, the Sekamwas. Are they, amazing, or are they not amazing? But let me know what you think about, Peace, line and Robert's lines. All right. Let me introduce you to a friend of mine. And this one I brought to live with me. She lives with me because I couldn't allow her to be out there in the cold. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for my beautiful wife, Audrey, aka Muhadia Mwangi.
Hi, Audrey.
Hi.
Audrey, we were backbiting you so much in Uganda. I should tell you. We were speaking a lot behind your back.
What were you saying?
Don't worry, good things only.
I can't trust you. I can trust Peace, but I can't trust you. All right. We want to get into the story. Your story, guys. But allow me to read a few comments here. Somebody says Beatrice Chandondo is a must visit. Yeah, for real, I agree with you. Chandondo is a must visit. Somebody else here says no apostle men. No apostle men first there. You disappointed your flock. Somebody also says apostle Nkutumido.
No, not that time.
Read that one.
Okay, one more time. Read it just one more time.
Okay. Apostle Nkutumide from Mama Nisi.
Hey, no.
Did I try?
That you'll kill me one day.
All right. Read that for us, guys.
Nkutumide.
Oh, Ngutumide. All right.
What does means that? I send you greetings.
Oh, all right. Okay. Somebody says that, yeah, Robert's lines are game. Another one says that
Yeah.
I really missed that. Says this is Kawuma Nicholas. And then we have Alvin Matov who says they are amazing. I agree. They are really amazing. I love to hear from them. Wow, wow. So, guys, now that people are waiting to hear from you, let's go.
Yes.
What's your story and how did you meet?
I think I'll start. I
Go
think the way
ahead.
we met was quite funny. Um, I was just this shabby young guy who was the because the first time I met Peace, we were in Makerere University. So I was the evangelism coordinator of the Makerere Christian Union. So we organize a mission. We want to go to Soroti to preach the gospel. So we try to visit other fellowships to see how we can get people to go with to preach the gospel. So we go to Mulago School of Nursing. Mulago is our main hospital. So we go to Mulago School of Nursing. I meet this. We enter fellowship. Then there is this girl who sings like there is no tomorrow. I'm like, what? So I was with my friend. He's called Michael, and another one. She's called Atim. So I told them, that girl makes a good wife. So I think when we were after the fellowship, I tried to greet her, but she felt that she was the most anointed person on earth, so she didn't give me a lot of her time. But thank God she gave me her number. I mean, any man who has vision has to sell it. So she gave me her number. So we were really broke guys by then. I asked her, can we get some time and meet at Nicodemus? Now Nicodemus is another pork joint. In my stories, you'll hear a lot of pork because the times I've gone to preach and there is pork, the anointing flows, the lame walk, the blind see. But where there is no pork, no miracle is performed. Not that there is power in pork, but it is also a catalyst. So I call her for pork. We get to Nicodemus with my boys. We want this girl to come. We take her out. We have our 30,000 UGX, which was pretty much what we had saved for like 2 weeks. Then she doesn't show up.
Oh.
I called her and she was like, who is this? I'm like, what? I mean, we had plans. So life moved on. I was just seeing her ministering in different churches. So she had a worship team that she was in. It was called Iota, and still is an amazing worship team, and she's still part of it. So I used to see her minister, and I'm like, this girl. But then I moved on with life. I got hotter girls.
No, they weren't.
I got hotter girls, before I met this one again. So I was in my journey of being me. So I get a job. I spent like 3 years without seeing her physically, but also 3 years of God taking me through. God taking me through a season of, I think, self-seeking, because I think I wasn't ready for a relationship by that time. So I went through a phase of being totally broke, just seeking Jesus and all that. So I got a job after 3 years so when I got the job after 3 years, where I went to work, her sister came as one of the clients. So she came to visit the sister. I saw her and it's like I knew this girl. But just to take you back, there is a friend who I was working with, who was her friend. So we were organizing her wedding. I was the chairperson. I met her there. But then I was organized. I looked at her and I was like, this girl, I see her again. And I said, hi, because really I wasn't interested. So when I met her again, So when I met her again, please do not argue with my story. When I met her again, she looked so interested to me. She looked so interested in me.
Okay.
Anyway, so when I met her again, I began saying my stories. Now, it is very funny that when I met her, I felt I could talk to her. So she gave me her number. So there was a party that was she gave me her number again. So there was a party that I had to attend, but also another show. So I told her about the show and all those things, and I asked her to come. Oh, she didn't come. Just so you know, she had promised to come. She didn't come. So So there is a person who was called Peace, again in my phone, who was still a friend to our mutual friend. So I sent this person messages. I invited you, you didn't come, and all that. So the person is like, "Who is this? And what are you saying?" So I go to my friend again. I asked her, first give me Peace's number. So they gave me the number. I asked her, "Hi." She replied, "Hi." So I tried to build rapport again. Then I saw she was sending me the food she was eating, and I'm like, "Oh, if you give me time, I will have you by all means." So fast forward, I tell her on the first instance that, you know what, I'm coming here. I don't want to be friend zoned. I want you to be my wife. So take it. So whatever decision you're making, whatever conversations that we will have now forth, no, I am not here to be just your friend. Whatever I'm doing, may I want to be your guy. So we began talking, but every day I was reminding her, we are doing this talking, but I don't just want to be your friend. I want to be your guy. So we began talking. We talked, and here we are. And it's very funny that I asked her out on WhatsApp. I didn't ask her out on. I didn't ask her out with my words.
And on our first date, we walked back home.
And on our first date, I made sure she walks back home.
So sad.
Oh, it was a trick, by the way. I'll tell you why. So I had invested a lot in relationships. I mean, I had spent a lot of money on relationships. So what I did was this. I made sure that I asked her out on her airtime, on her data, on her phone. So that so that if she says no, I don't feel the pinch of having spent money in this relationship also. Because I had spent really a lot of money. Dante, no laughing, guys. I'm serious. So on our first date, we went to Cafe Java's. We had ice cream. Then I really felt I didn't want to let this girl go. So if we were to get a border, she would go very fast. But I said she was staying close. I said, let us just walk. Let us have a romantic walk.
No, it wasn't.
I know. Yeah.
So let us have a romantic walk to your place. So we walked to her place, and she didn't give me a hug, just so you know. I think she gave me a hug after 3 months of dating. Yeah, but fast forward, that is us now. She can share her side of the story. Please know she'll add some things. She'll also delete some. But my story is more authentic. Please.
Please.
Oh,
please. We are really sorry about what you had to go through.
Why are you apologizing to her? Why not me? I'm the one who spent money.
Please share the truth. Now share the truth, please.
Now I'm going to speak the truth. Like you said, we met in 2014. Yeah, I think that was the first time.
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing him in the fellowship when they came, but the stories that he tells, he was there anyway. I don't remember giving him the number. Maybe one of the sisters who were around.
You actually gave me your number.
Okay.
Of course, I told you to lead praise and worship in the mission.
Oh, okay. And I was leading the team then, so I mean that was the only avenue anyone would get me. Anything else, I would have to think about it for like a month, then get inspired by the Holy Spirit, you know. So that was 2014, and yeah, we were talking for some time. Then we get out of school in 2015, so we lost contact really. Because his way, I also go my way, and we meet again in 2019. Like he said, where he was working, I had a friend. We go to the same church, and she was working with him. And then my sister happens to be one of the clients that go to the place where they were working. So we meet again. That friend of mine got married in December. I was actually a maid. Okay, I'll get to that point. So I was a maid at her wedding, and he was the chairperson of the introduction and the wedding as well.
And the MC.
So we met again in those preparatory meetings for that friend of mine's functions. I didn't give him my number. We actually didn't talk, but we knew each other. We just waved at a distance. Hi, how are you? You know. So
This girl is beautiful.
when I so after the functions, after the introduction, because they were the introduction was in August, then the wedding was in like December. So after the introduction, I happened to go to visit my sister who was at their workplace. So this guy sees me again after meeting at those meetings and all that. We did talk. So he sees me again. We talked because when we walked into the office, he was one of the people that were like we had to go through to reach my sister. So we're like, hey, hi, how are you? How is Ayota? Ayota is the worship team I was part of before I joined the current one. So like we were like catching up almost from scratch because it had been a long time without meeting. So after then, I had to like go back to be seeing my sister because she was currently there. So he says when I went there that first time to see my sister, he was like, okay, he had also been through a lot relationship wise. I had also been through a lot relationship wise. But one thing I can say is by that time.
So a bunch of broken roads meeting.
Yeah, by that time I had already gotten let me see, not a confirmation, but an instruction from God that the right person is about to come your way. So my antennas were somehow, high. I couldn't chase anyone away, but I couldn't welcome anyone like fully. So he says, when he saw me when I went to see my sister, he says he prayed to God that if it is your will, let her come back to that place. Like he was praying for me to go back to their workplace. And I remember that day, the second time I'm going, it was my mom who was visiting that sister of ours. I don't know how I wasn't at work that day. I remember it was a Friday. For some reason, she called me, ndi mukugenda wa Anna. I was like,
the Holy Spirit.
I think I can go.
The Holy Spirit.
Like I really didn't have program for that day. Someone's prayers are being what? Answered.
Kumpe Papa Holy Ghost is working.
So I go. When I go that time, the ladies can tell, like when someone, a man or a guy starts talking to you and they are really driving to that point, you can tell somehow. The way they talk, they be like they are shy, but they are actually not, But the words get lost out of the blue. So, so when I went that time round, he tells me, someone you've not been talking, you've not been close, then he's telling me, tomorrow I have Smanya, a friend of mine, Smanya cousin, he has an introduction, but I also have a friend who has a launch, but I'm here contemplating which one should I go for. I was like, really? Being like, where do I come into the story? So I mean, in the way you know. So I was like,
Anyone can know this is a cooked up story.
Something. So, and he actually invited me, but that day was a Saturday. I don't remember what happened, but I failed to go. I didn't intend, by the way. I didn't intend not to attend your function, but I didn't. So then he asked that colleague of his, who is my friend, chatmate, for my number. So he starts talking, like jazzing. We started jazzing on WhatsApp. Like I said, by that time, my antennas were already high, like spiritually, not just physically, even spiritually, I would say. So, and this time round, I loved the way he brought up he laid his manifesto in just one night, I would say. It somehow made sense to me, by the way, because like I said,
the kingdom of God suffers violence, and the violent take it by force.
By force.
So on the first night, on my data, on my whatever, my battery and all that, he said, "Me, I'm talking to you. I don't want to be to put me in a friend zone. I want this and this and this and this and this." But remember, it's been years without catching up. So you can imagine what I went through. It was a lot to really take in just a night. You have to catch up. How are you? Where do you live? What do you do? But then someone is telling you, then I don't want to be friend zoned and all that. Yeah, but that is how we started again. That was in 2019. And he actually talked of saving. He really didn't want to spend on me. Unfortunately, we walked back to my place after our first date. And when he was proposing, he made sure I invest in myself. All he had to do is buy the ring and what? Just the ring.
Wisdom is a key thing.
I was amazed at that friend of ours' wedding.
Wisdom is important.
So I had done my hair, my nails, my beauty makeup, everything was on me. All he had to do is to kneel down and say, "Will you marry me?"
I asked at one point. No, listen, Dante. So I asked at one point that if I'm to propose, how do you want it to be? She told me simple, as long as I'm smart and as long as my friends are there. So we're at this wedding, she's smart and her friends are there. What else would a man need?
So basically, that's it, people.
All right, that's amazing. That's an amazing.
Today we made 7 months in marriage. Hey. Yeah.
Hey, wow. That's good. That's an amazing story right there. So you will leave us to tell which one is the true story. We will not share our results on this video for security and marital issues. We are not here to break marriage. Yeah, but quite funny and interesting. Wow. Guys who are watching us on YouTube and on Facebook, please go ahead and ask your questions now, because I think that time has now finally come. We're going to be asking questions, and I can't wait to read your comments and questions. Right, so go ahead and keep us engaged, keep us busy. Let's keep it coming. Let's keep it going. All right. Now, what you don't know, I am not sure you know this, but I knew about your proposal. And that proposal was planned in my presence.
So you're one of his what? Accountants, auditors, or what? Because you made sure you save a lot of money.
Okay, you see, where there is a will, there is a way. I think in my previous relationship, I had spent over 2.6 million trying to propose to the wrong person. And this time I was like, God, if in the next one, I'm really not spending, and I really wanted something classy. So one of the things, Dante, I remember us sharing this when we were still in Bulenga. By the time I met Peace, she was a small girl and short. So she gave me this statement that I'm a small short girl, and I was a huge guy. I'm actually a giant.
Yeah.
So I remember reading a statement somewhere that the character of woman you want may not be in the body you desire.
Oh, okay.
I will repeat that. The character of
Wow.
woman you need may not be in the body you desire.
Yeah.
I pretended not to see that. So I went to Twitter and I saw the same statement from someone. I was like, So I was moving around. Then I saw a track with words like those. I was like, now this is God communicating. I went to terms with my wife's size, and I said, let me go with my small girl. So the first time we actually hugged, I felt I was hugging
Don't say it.
I was hugging Micah baby sister. Yeah, because I was used to this kind of height, slayers and all that, because that was me. But then you see when
I remember you mentioning that.
but you see when it comes to marriage, you'll discover that marriage has nothing to do with bums. You can marry big bums and cry every night.
That's
you
true.
can marry a pretty face. And you see, I remember Dante us sharing something. Then we were like, you see, you can have a pretty wife, but you see, she's pretty to others, but when you look at her, you're crying daily. So you rather have peace than going for what is going to stress you. But guess what? God gave me pretty, God gave me beauty,
Peace.
God gave me everything. I cannot complain.
God gave you peace.
Yeah, God gave me peace.
Wow, amazing, amazing. So I want to know. Somebody here says, let me read this one. He says, to your straightforwardness, Sir Robert, team no friend zone. I agree with you. I think some of the many marriages break, and we keep saying at Hadithi Zetu that many marriages break even before they start, just because there was a man who was not willing to go. They were not willing to, drop their manifesto, and they kept playing around. They kept digging around the bush, and an opportunity slipped away and left. And that was a perfect marriage God wanted to create right there. But someone did not, take the opportunity and go with you. I believe if you're interested in someone and you tell them what you feel, whether they say no or yeah, it doesn't matter. I think what really matters most is that you've been able to share your heart and what you feel. And every man who is watching us tonight, if you're a single person, you notice a girl, now do what you have to do to let her know what you think about her. Don't wait.
Another thing, Dante, that I forgot. So I have my past. Yeah, I have my past. She also has her past, but hers is cleaner than mine. I really have a very dirty past, very, very dirty. I healed from this, so I'm free to share. I dated the brown, the dark skinned, the huge, the skinny, everything. Yeah. In my 1 week of trying to learn my manifesto, I told her everything. Everything that you're supposed to be hiding, because you're trying to convince someone to be your wife, so you want them to see, there is this amazing guy. I told her all my trash. Why I did that? Because I wanted her to make a decision based on the fact that she knew the person she was going with. That I do not want to be caught up in a situation where we meet friends and they're like, you're married to Robert. Mama, how do you handle? Then we go back home. Why did he say that? So everything she notices now, she knows, because I actually told her when we were starting. So I had nothing to hide. So she made a decision knowing that I'm going with a guy who has moved, who has been to places. So she knew. So if there is anyone here who wants to have a serious relationship, I think it is good to have an open mind and an open relationship, so that the person loves you for who you are, not for what you are. If you have been a womanizer, try to show that yes, I was that, but now I've changed. Because a man's duty, it is a man's duty every day to prove to a woman that you're a changed man. It is a man's duty for your wife never to need another man in any way. It is your duty that your wife never needs another man
Wow.
in any way, whether sexually. So it is your duty that she doesn't need another man. So tell your partner the truth from the word go, so that you begin off from a clean slate. So that gave us actually talking points, because when you're in love, sometimes the words are scarce. You fail to get the words. So we began talking about those things. So how was this? How was this? How was this? Of course, we got uncomfortable, but I think at one point she was like, he has been truthful. It is you rather be hated for the truth than loved for a lie.
Mm. That's
Yeah,
true.
that's it.
Wow, you better be hated for truth than loved for a lie. What? Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. I want to read a comment here. And somebody says, so Anita says, you guys are interesting. I agree totally with you. Christian, this one is from Nairobi. He says, I love the stories. Wako juu tu sana. That is Swahili. It means your game is just on top. Yeah. Alvin sends a big one here. He says there is a rationale that befriending a person you like is to buy time to get to know their character before laying your manifesto. What is your take on that? Before you respond to this, I noticed in your story that you both of you found each other in beautiful places. Both of you met in churches, in social gatherings. What's your take on, does where I meet my partner really matter?
Do you want to go first?
Maybe you should go first.
Okay, I think I'll say this. I've met a lot of broken girls or broken guys who have gone to the bar for the first time because they have been heartbroken. I have met a lot of people who have been heartbroken because of a guy they met in church. So where you meet someone, I wouldn't say counts a lot, because you don't know why people are in some particular places at particular hours or particular time. I know of amazing marriages that started from two people meeting at a beach. I know couples that have met at a mall. I know couples that have met at parties. That how did you meet? We met at my friend's wedding. So where you meet is not so important, but what has the person, or what has been the character of the person you're meeting? How was it like while you're meeting them? Let me give an example. I can be in church on Sunday, but after church, where are you telling us to go? By the way, there is this house party and all that. So me, I think it is not about where you meet, because one person or I read something somewhere that said that a lot of people who are in church are actually far away from God than those who are away from church. So I know very, very many people who have very pure hearts, very amazing hearts, but they have been hurt by church boys. So where you meet doesn't matter. The
Mm.
person you meet is what matters.
Wow. Wow. Peace, you want to add something?
Yeah, like you said, it really may not matter because the main point is as long as it is a divine connection, whether you meet at a mall, in church, at school, in a taxi, anywhere you can meet, as long as you're there for the right cause. So the place may not really matter. This is our story. You meet at church. Yours can be you meet at a beach. You know.
A weird question would be, why would you meet a girl in the bar? What are you doing in a bar, person?
Gospel now. Eh.
Nah. So if you meet a person in a bar, what are you meeting in? What are you doing in a bar? So really, if you meet a person in a bar and you're also in a bar, really you have met your type. So you have no right to even judge the person that, I met her in a bar. What were you doing in the bar personally? So where you meet doesn't matter. Meet as long as the person you meet is what matters.
Amazing. Amazing. Tonight we are talking about, and I know we will get here in a bit, but the question is where, and I like what you said, where you meet doesn't matter. Character or the person you meet is what really you should be concerned about. And the question here is, many single people have been asking me in Nairobi. I don't know whether it's an issue in Uganda, but Nairobi youth are asking, so how do I know this person is the right person for me? Okay. This is a question I would want you to process even as we get closer to the end of our show tonight. But it is one big question that many young people are asking here. How do I know that this is the right person? So I met them at church. Are they the right person for me? I met them in a pub. Are they the right person for me? So how do you know that this person is the right person? You can think about that. But first, let's take this one question. Remember, this is Hadithi Zetu. And if you've not subscribed to this channel, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. And we will be willing to just say hi to you, our new subscriber. And you can comment and say, I am a new subscriber. We'll be willing to big you up big way. We have two MCs here, and I will allow the one from Uganda to just big you up like they do. All right. Now, the question here was, how true is this? Actually, there is a rationale that befriending a person you like is to buy time to get to know their character before laying your manifesto. What is your take on this?
I want to believe this. You can meet someone in 1 month, they mean so much to you more than someone who you've been with for 3 years.
That's my story.
I'm sure Dante, you've met people like that. I've had friends who have spent with 5 years, but I met one person. I met a friend who has done more than what they have done in just 1 month. So every story is different. It is important that you get married to your friend. The thing is, on a personal basis, I think it is easy to build a friendship with someone that you're interested in. It sometimes becomes complicated if you're trying to ask out a person who has been too friendly to you. Why? Because sometimes they might think you're joking when you're actually serious. And I think I've watched a movie where a guy was interested in someone and he never spoke because they were friends. Next thing they give him is a wedding invitation for him to be the best man. And the guy is like, what? I mean, I've been interested in this girl. And so the thing is, make your intentions clear while building a relationship, while building your friendship, because at the end of it all, why I told you that you need to lay out everything on the table earlier, because you see, love There is, when you read 1 Corinthians 13, love, when you read about love, I love it. There is a song in Uganda even which says, "Okwagala tekukowa," and all that love does not get weary. So the rationale is true. You can get married to your friend if it works, but also keep an open mind that you can meet someone in 1 month who will mean more to you, or will do more to you or for you than a person who you met 3 years ago. It is a classic story for me. I was in a relationship for 3 years, which didn't amount to anything. I was being taken for granted quite a lot. Then in these 3 months, I met this person who shows me all the care I need. And I mean, it overweighed everything. So keep an open mind. Do not be rigid to theories that this and this and this and this. Every relationship is unique. There are people who have been married, who have gotten married after being friends for 9 years. There are those who have dated for 9 years, broken up, and married people they have met for 1 week. So every relationship is unique. The thing is, just identify this person, listen to these people, listen to this person. If they resonate with what you feel that if they move, because you can never find someone who is 100%. If they are a 70, you're also not 100%. If they are 70 or 60, that is a good number to go with. So friendship can grow. I will tell you, when you begin talking to someone, when you give someone more time, when you give someone all your heart and you begin talking about things, you begin becoming closer than you even ever expected. When we began talking with Peace, you discover that we began becoming closer than even people who were around me. She began getting to know things that other people didn't know around me. But I mean, we were just like 1 month in it. So I think friendship is important, but I also believe friendship should be built in a relationship. I know people who have broken friendships because one asked the other one out.
Yeah, cause I mean, we've been friends. So why are you asking me out now? It can be very confusing.
That is true. That is true.
Now, one of the things that I remembered while you were sharing is, how or what it means for true relationships. And I think for a relationship to thrive, there has to be romance. And romance, according to us, is not sex and all those things. Romance is basically the openness, that I can talk to you about anything. I would say that's romantic. The openness, the nakedness, that I can actually pour out my heart to you without feeling like you judge me or without caring. That for me is romance. And so if I am buying time and I don't want to tell you everything about me, then it shows that I am not willing to invest in a relationship, because relationships are not built on secrets. Relationships are not built on things that can be shaken. Relationships are not built on what the moment right now. Relationships are built on truth and authenticity and vulnerability. So that makes a lot of sense to me, and thank you very much for sharing that. Now I want us to end, but time flies when we're doing something beautiful. Can you believe it's been an hour since you got here? But somebody here asks, I have someone who is dating me, but he's very much short-tempered. I don't like it, but but it's like I am falling for him now. It's like I'm falling for him now. I'm very confused. Please, Mr. and Mrs. Sekamwas, help me.
You wanna go for that?
Go ahead to ask, is he right, or I step back?
One thing I can say is it is the truth that it can't change. You can't use your naked eyes to know whether it is the right person for you. That one we should put it out of our minds. Like you said, the character of the person you need may not be in the body you desire. But the reverse is also true, maybe. So if you're really to tell or to know who your partner is, this is God's business in the first place. We look at the first marriage, Adam and Eve. God chose Eve for Adam, not Adam choosing Eve for himself. He just slept, then God came and, got a rib out of him, created something he thought was good for him. And indeed, when God brought back Eve, God brought Eve to Adam, he really told, yes, now this is the bone of my bone. This is the flesh of my flesh, But I don't know whether there was that allowance of Adam choosing who was good for him. It is God who chose him, who chose for him. So likewise us, I know sometimes, actually most of the times we have, this kind of, I want this kind of person, I want this height, he has to be brown, he has to be speaking nice English, he has to have a bungalow in Mienga, So if he is like, if you really allow God to choose for you, he will give you what you can handle. That is what I can say. If he's short-tempered and he's the right person for you, like God has chosen him for you, he will give you the ability to take that in. Like you'll, for some reason, fit in each other. Whenever he's high-tempered, you calm down. Or you find something that will take your mind out of it. One, because if he really chooses for you, what is born of God overcomes the world. So if he's the right person for you, then he will give you the ability to blend in. You'll know how to handle that short-temperedness, and every character. Now, and you cannot know unless you have a really close relationship with God, because it is his business anyway. So like we should really overlook the desires that we have as people. It is also good, but it shouldn't come as a priority. It should come, as second priority. God's plan first. First, be sure whether he's the right person or not. And you can only know through God himself.
Wow.
Basically, that's what I can tell.
I think I'll supplement something. There is a video I watched. This lady was saying, I got flowers today. Why? Because he beat me up so bad. So he said sorry, and I am giving him another chance. So the next day, I got flowers today. Yeah, he still. I was looking at my phone. He still beat me up, but I still forgive him because I love him. Then I think on the fifth day, she was like, I got flowers today, and I'm quite happy because, I mean, yesterday he threw me down, he pushed me to the wall. Okay, I'm bleeding. He rushed me to hospital, but he sent me flowers to office because he's sorry. Then after a week, she said, I got flowers today, and this day is special because it's my funeral. He beat me up and I died. One thing I want to believe is, if a man slaps you in courtship, he will kill you in marriage. If everything that you see in courtship will be multiplied in marriage. However, there is something that is called love. Love can humble the hardest or the toughest of men. I would advise my sister, one, to communicate. Make sure you communicate that, and please always communicate in the best way possible. Do not communicate when he's angry. You can take him out or something, and tell him, honey, I don't like it when you handle this and this, when you do this and this, it hurts me. Us men, we enjoy listening to our women. Another thing is, look at the trigger factors that make him short-tempered. Avoid those. Another thing would be another thing I would look at is a man who is short-tempered. You see, these things, God can do all things. I believe when you go to your knees and pray for your man, many of these things will go, because anger is not of God. The Bible is very clear. Anger is not of God. Pray for your man. Pray for your man. Tell God that you're giving me this man, but I don't want anger. God will handle it. Please not be living a pure life with him, and make sure that God is the one who authored that marriage, because many times we give ourselves marriages when God refuses us to be in those marriages. Then when they become hard, we run back to God. So pray for your man. I also want to believe that when man sinned, God took away the responsibility of choosing your wife. That is why he says, he who...
Right. I think we have dropped them there, but that was amazing. Wow. Wow. Everything you see in courtship will be multiplied in marriage. Okay? And that is a truth. Sour. So if, like he said, if he slapped you in courtship, he will kill you in marriage. If he took you out and you had amazing nights and dates and all that, it will be more fun in marriage. If he did what, if she was not able to tell you the truth during courtship, she will lie, or he will lie even some more in marriage. I mean, marriages have a way of exposing us. And so the best thing is, if there is anything that you're holding back, don't wait to get, or anything that you're suppressing or hiding, don't wait to get into marriage with it. And some of the young people or some of the single people here would say, if I tell the truth right now, or if I say the truth, yeah, she's going to leave me, or he's going to leave me. Now, he'd rather leave you now than leave you at the altar. Sawa sawa. Now, that's correct. That's correct. Yeah. Number two, so why don't you just try? Why don't you just, if God had planned that you guys would be together, can you imagine that nothing will separate you? This is what peace said. Let me highlight it. This is what peace said, that what is born of God overcomes the world. If your relationship was born of God, it will stand. Yeah, it will overcome. It will overcome. Wow, that's deep stuff right there. They also talked about how so it is not for us to choose our partners for ourselves. That would sound like a marketplace where you go and choose tomatoes or potatoes or whatever for yourself, for your own good, so that you can eat and feel good. But when it comes to marriages and relationships, we allow God to do it for us. So God chose Eve for Adam. Adam did not choose a wife for himself. Okay? So we'd rather just follow this pattern. This formula works. It worked for Adam and Eve. We can try it. So don't go any further unless you have involved God. All right? So involve him. Involve him in all that you do. Yeah, you can also add something.
Maybe just add something. I don't know if you can hear me. I have a cold. But yeah, one thing I would like to say is that if you observe patterns, there's a way the devil keeps us captive, and that is through secrets.
Yeah.
the devil thrives in secret. So if you see you're in a situation where you're going through something, or you've gone through something and you're not able to share, that is what the devil uses, so that you don't move forward. He uses that to make you feel like, I'm not worthy to be in this place. I'm not worthy to do this. So ukijipata where in a situation where you are not able to tell truth, just remember that is the devil trying to hold you back from what you're meant to be and from where God wants you to go. So my husband and I usually say, love equals truth. So if you're able to tell this person your truth, then there's pretty much nothing that you can't tell this person, or you can't what? Yeah. So be truthful to yourself and to your partner. Yeah.
Wow, that's profound. That's profound. To our Ugandan friends, we love you so much. We would like to continue with this conversation, but time is so much gone. Our guests have dropped. It could be internet or charge, power issue maybe, but we hope that maybe even before we drop or we end, they will make it back here and just say proper goodbye. But I will let them know this. Kawuma Nicholas, I see you again with that question. I have a friend. This we will not want to try it, but we will challenge them to answer on the comment segment, because I know it was directed to them. So I have a friend. She sent me to ask the question that she is in a long distance love. The power he started in calling every passing minute. Greeting care is gone. Why is it like that? But God tells her that He is the one and the same to the man. All right. So I think it's a question of the power or the spirit that you guys started on with. Has sort of died, and she still hears God confirming to her that is the right guy for him. So let us see how that goes. All right. Yeah, my guests are back. I'm about to end them, but unfortunately, time is so much gone. So once they are here, we will just conclude. But these conversations will continue on the comment segment, and I want to challenge them to hang around the comment segment and just get to hear, or respond to your questions. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together one more time for the Sekamwas from all the way, Pearl of Africa, Uganda. Sorry, guys.
Apologies, that is Ugandan internet. So believe that is Uganda internet. That is us. That's what makes us Uganda. Yes.
All right. Yeah. So maybe we could conclude.
I hope we answered our sister to pray for her man.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that we had told our sister to pray for her man. But also make sure that they talk about it. Talk about while you're in courtship. Talk about everything that hurts you. Because if you don't talk about it now, when you still have a chance, when you have the way out, you'll never sort it. Talk about it now. If he's tell him to work on his temper. Watch him if he's trying to because you see there is a difference between being short-tempered and being proud. If he's short-tempered and proud, I'm sorry, my sister, but you can't handle pride. So this is what I think. Pray for your man. If you're sure the Lord told you to stick in there, then surely He will make it. He will make a way. But if you love your man, if he loves you and does everything that you love, pray for God to change him. God is the one who created these hearts, and He will change him. Surely He will.
All right. All right.
Any more questions?
Sekamwas, are you there?
Yeah, we are here.
Oh,
we are here. We are
awesome,
here.
awesome, awesome. All right. We would like to end here, guys. If you're still following us, you can say bye-bye to our guest in a nice way. You know, what is it that you picked? We would like to hear those things that you picked, or we would also like to hear you or see you, appreciate them and affirm them. So go ahead and do that. But from Hadithi Zetu, or from us, the Mangis, we are really humbled and honored to have you guys. I like calling Papa, and because he ministers to me, right? Bro, you minister to me so much, and I think this would also be a good opportunity to let the world that when I visit Uganda, I actually live at your place. Now you're married. I am not sure how that will gonna be like, but I am sure next time I come to Uganda, I will not come alone. You don't host.
So we are so a quick one. We are shifting in a few days. We are going to a big house, and we shall get a room, and we shall put a tag that for Audrey and Dante. That when you come to Uganda, that is where you stay. At this time, I think we shall visit more places. We shall eat more sugarcane. And we shall have
sugarcane. Sugarcane plus movies and good sound equals happily ever after.
Oh, and last time you're watching on a 40-inch. This time you'll be watching on a 65.
Sorry, we'll be watching on.
Last time we were watching movies on a 40-inch. This time you'll be watching on a 65.
Wait. That's amazing.
So bring Audrey. We buy movies, and we. But I think from the Sekamwas, we would like to say thank you for hosting us. I think this is one of the best moments that we have had. I think you should invite us one more time, and we go on with this conversation. I feel we have left out a lot. I feel there is quite a lot that a lot that we can share. Particularly, we talked about our journey, but then we have discovered quite a number of things. We haven't talked about the wedding preparations and how miraculous those were, because some people think that making a wedding, you really need a lot of money. We need to talk about that. How to cut budgets, how to start a home. So those things, talking about sex and purity.
Yeah.
So
we need to have one late night show.
Yeah, no, so particularly for people who are still quoting, who are testing 1, 2, and we need to talk about all that. We need to go into this marriage thing. We need to start it on a fresh slate. My pastor usually says that when we are getting married on the altar, you say, from today onwards, I will know peace. Yet you've been knowing each other. Pretty much every month, you've been knowing each other like once or twice. You see, you begin your marriage in a lie. How do you hope to live a marriage which is not which is truthful?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So
amazing, guys.
So that is us. Thank you for hosting us, and my wife and I are really glad. We are expecting a young Sekamwas soon. Dante, we had talked about these things.
No.
I want to see.
I will mute your microphone. I will mute your microphone.
I am quiet, sir. But thank you for having us. Thank you for having us. Next time we promise we'll be early.
No problem. Before you bounce, I want to give you an opportunity to just say last words. Each one of you, last words, and then we will be done here.
Last words. I don't know what I should say, but
You can say you love me. It's okay.
yeah, I love my husband. But wow, what should I say? I think I had like you said, we've left out a lot. Eh? Should invite us one more time, or even like more often, every month, like once a month, you know.
She wants a sponsored show.
Yes, but the tell me, thank you so much, Audrey. We are so humbled for thinking about us among all the couple friends that you have in Uganda, in Kenya, all around, and you could really consider us. That's a very big opportunity, and it's humbling. May the good Lord bless you. For those that maybe one for those that are dating, yes, I know some people are dating. Please don't defy. I mean, the scripture in Romans 12 says, do not be conformed to the standards of the world. Know what you are and know what you stand for. I know the world might be speaking another language, a lot of pressure around, you can't have a boyfriend and don't sleep with them. Yes, you can. You can even date for 3 years without sleeping with each other. Yes, and you can still get married a virgin. Yes, so really don't be taken away by those theories. Your story is different and you're a child of God. Be blessed.
Oh, so my last words are these. People dating, do not pre-bake do not preheat the oven when you're not preparing to bake. What am I saying? Do not put yourselves in tempting situations. Ladies, gentlemen, dress like how you want to be addressed. Don't dress like a prostitute, then you want to be called a queen. When they call you a prostitute, then you quarrel. Another thing, this goes to everyone. A Hindu man made a statement that challenges me every morning. He said he read the Bible and he fell in love with the Christ of the Christians, but he hates the Christians. Why? Because if people saw the Christ of the Christians, they would worship him. But people have seen the Christians of Christ and they have rejected him. Be a different Christian. Christian marriages work. You were created to make manifest of God's glory within you. So as you let your own light shine, you uncomfortably let other people shine. So make sure as you're moving out there, let your light shine, that people see it and they glorify your Father in heaven. That is why you were created. Let people see you so that they can glorify your Father in heaven. Don't let another person make a statement like that I hate the Christians of Christ, because if people saw the Christ of Christians, they would worship him. But people have seen the Christians of Christ and they have rejected him. Live every day going against that statement. Let people see you and actually love Christ. Thank you so much.
Wow, 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 wow. Just wow. I mean, that was amazing. It's been really difficult to end this show, but we have to force shut down. And I like it that way. I like
But
it that way.
I want to hear Audrey's voice before you close.
All right.
Actually, let Audrey close.
Finish what you're saying. Let him finish what he was saying.
No, I'm just excited about all this and why we create this
I've heard the
content.
voice. Now you can go on. Now you can go on. I've heard her voice.
Why we create this content is because we would like to save or to. We believe in marriages, and we believe Christian marriages work. But there is a reason why, or there's a possibility that many marriages are breaking before they start. And we are creating content, hoping that somebody will get in touch with this and a marriage will be saved even before it starts. And we hope for happily ever after. But my wife here would like to say hi, even in conclusion.
I can read some of the comments. Hmm. Let me just read one or two comments. That's what Kawuma Nicola says. Bye bye. I love you so much. Thanks to the Sekamwas, I learned to be straightforward, peaceful, and then praying about your relationship.
Wow, that is what he learned today.
He also goes ahead to say, I'm to come back to Uganda to see my baby, Mukisa.
Wow. Oh, he's in Nairobi. Oh, awesome. It's okay. It's okay. Wow. All right. That's from us.
Yeah, you can talk to us on that number on the screen for any queries, merchandise, or any concerns.
Merchandise like which one?
Bobo!
Yeah, we have amazing merchandise we are selling. This is Hadithi Zetu t-shirts, and you can get them at a very good price. So make the orders now, and we'll be blessed to get you something. All right. Of course, now you know in this relationship who is who, but yeah. I don't need to say much about that. You did proper marketing right there. All right. We love you so much, but we have to bounce. Yeah, and I enjoyed every bit of this conversation. So Baraka and Kwaheri. This is Hadithi Zetu. And oh yeah, we have an amazing program we are starting for you guys, especially you who are single. It's called Before I Do. So to join, please write to us hadithezetumob@gmail.com. Before I Do is a journey we are taking all single people. We would like you to be part of this. Don't miss, because we believe that this is amazing for you, and we want to just equip you together with other people who have been married, and just get us join marriage in style. All right. So much from us, so much to learn and to process. But for tonight, we say Baraka and be blessed till we meet again. And may God take care of you every day and every step of your journey. Remember, what you have is a beautiful story. Learn to share it. Kwaheri. Bye.